Welcome back to Season 1, Episode 7 of Reflect. My name is Azam.
I'm Jazel.
And Jazzy, man, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm chilling. Today was a very interesting day because it's 62, 63, 64 today. It was in the 60s today. And I thought that last week, after we had those couple of good days, that I would have to put away my bike.
Yeah.
But then I checked the weather, and it's supposed to be like 60s, 70s in the next week or so.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting it away.
Did you take your bike out today?
No, I didn't. I was busy running errands and trying to get situated for today.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't
What
do
about
much
you?
today,
Yeah.
bro. I just had school in the morning, and then, just kind of been working on this, brainstorming for today's idea.
Right.
As you guys can see, today we have no laptop by us, so we're just kind of,
Off the dome.
We're just going off the dome for this one. So let's see how this one goes. What's today's topic, man?
Yeah, so today's topic it's a little bit of an interesting one. We're going to be talking about people's thoughts, emotions, feelings, and what like people kind of go through on like a daily basis. And we're just kind of going to see where the conversation gets. As Uzam said, we don't have our laptops in front of us, so there's like no agenda for today. But we're just kind of going to get into the conversation and see where it leads. So I guess let me kick it off by asking you, or if you want to ask me. Do you want me to go or should I go?
No, I can go first.
Okay.
So you ask me.
Okay, for sure. So what have you been dealing with? What's been going on in your life?
So recently, bro, I just turned 18. Well, it's November 1st, so what, like a month ago, basically, kind of?
Kind of, yeah.
A month and like 6 days, right? Wait, no. 24 days.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. 24
You're
days.
what, a senior in high school?
Yeah. 24 days, whatever, something like that. I turned 18 and, I got slapped in the face with some adulthood right away.
Yeah.
I got into a car accident and some family stuff and, trying to balance school, work, and basketball and podcasts, so it's been kind of a lot, but just kind of been dealing with it, man.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I guess let's just talk about what just happened right now. Why don't we just do that? Right now, it's like 9 o'clock, and Ozam and I... Huh?
It is pretty late.
It is pretty late, right? Ozam and I have shot this podcast maybe like 6 times, and we're just sitting here trying to go off the dome. And it is something that we've done, like 6 times, and we've seemed to kind of fail every single time. Either he said something that he didn't like, or I said something that I didn't like. And this is our 7th time shooting this episode. And I guess before we started, we kind of both agreed on whatever is said, that's fine. We're going off the dome. It doesn't have to follow a strategic path. So this episode, just for the people that are watching, it's going to be super raw. It's going to be super unfiltered. And it's just going to be straight from the head. So I think let's just try to send this one, right?
Yeah.
So you said that you have been dealing with some stuff. You got hit with some stuff in October.
Yeah.
Right? I know we touched base on it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But what have you been kind of going through in October? What's been going on? Give me a whole new perspective. Don't give me the same perspective that you gave me the past 6.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's talk about something different.
Yeah, so recently, I don't know what it is, man. I've just kind of been used to bottling all my emotions up and stuff and not really talking to anyone about it. And, with that, I've just kind of lost all emotion to stuff. I still feel things, obviously, right? I still have those feelings because feelings never really go away. But
Right.
just those emotions deep down is just something that you just learn how to deal with, I guess, when you bottle one in.
Right.
So yeah, anyways, that's kind of how I've kind of been dealing with it and just bottling it up and kind of, not really having any emotion to what's really been happening recently. So
100%, man. I completely get that because you're you just kind of get numb to the idea,
Yeah.
right? Life for you is just kind of you wake up, you do your stuff, you go to sleep, and then you wake up again, right? And I guess that's life for everyone, right? But the thing is that I believe that you gotta have things in place in order to kind of make your life meaningful, right? For example, you're kind of going through the movements of life.
Yeah.
As you were saying, you've been dealing with what were some of the things that you were saying that you were
car
dealing with?
situation,
Right.
family situation,
Right.
school situation,
Right.
and then work
Right.
and basketball now. So
Right. So you're juggling a lot of different things,
Yeah.
right? But if I were to give Ozam a piece of advice, and this piece of advice would be off camera and on camera, is that you make sure you place stuff within your day to kind of make sure that you're able to keep going, right? And what I mean by that is, I feel like you and I, especially, and like my brother and like everyone else, right?
Sorry, I was just thinking about the One Direction song.
No,
You
and I. Like, we get like so caught up in today's like life, you know, trying to hustle, trying to make something of ourselves, right? Doing something different. Like this whole podcast in like all our like culture, right? Our Indian Pakistani culture is not something that's like, oh, like, you know, what are you doing? You know, like, why are you wasting your time, right? But me and Ozam wanted it. Right, we both wanted it. That's brother wanted it.
We're filming at 9 p.m. right now.
Yeah, because we wanted it. This is our 6th attempt to kind of get something that we like, right? Yeah. And I feel like this attempt might get somewhere because I'm really hungry, so we gotta go. So I gotta stay serious. But like, it's something that's looked at as like, you know, bachche kyun time zaya kar rahe?
Yeah.
You know, like, why are you wasting your time? Yeah. You know, but again, like, I feel like in our culture, that's so like toxic because of the fact that like, until you have a proven result, until you have like a proven something like tangible in your hands, right? You haven't succeeded in life, right? Like, why do I need to go the route of school, getting my degree, getting a job, and working in corporate, right? That's the that's the route that I've taken. I've gotten my degree. I'm looking for a job, right? But again, if it's not something I enjoy, why not place something in my life what I enjoy? That's what I was saying to you, right? You're going through like the movements of life, right? But just making sure you have something placed in your day that's enjoyable. Like this podcast for me and Ozam on Tuesday is something that's super enjoyable, right? We enjoy it. Yes, Ozam's yawning. Yes, we're tired. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I know I'm tired. He's tired, but we still got to get it done, right? Because consistency, right? He's got school in the morning. I got to get up and look for a job on LinkedIn, right? I get more recommendations on LinkedIn for jobs as compared to, hey, we would like to interview you. You roll with the punches of life, right? I'm at a different phase. He's at a different phase. But again, number one rule, just place something in life that you enjoy, right? Like, what is something you enjoy in life besides the movements or the stuff that you're dealing with? Like, what is something you enjoy?
Man, I kind of enjoy working just because I'm looking forward to buying a new car soon.
Inshallah.
And that's what I'm kind of like, you know, working towards right now. And that's just something that I enjoy. And I also have basketball coming up, which I've been looking forward to for like the last like 7 months ish. Just because, you know, it's my last year of high school. It's my last time playing on the same floor with the boys that I've been playing with since like 7th grade. So, you know, those are two things that I've been really looking forward to. And even though I'm going through all of this and stuff, right, I'm just kind of letting it like go by me a little bit and trying to think of the positive stuff that kind of like comes along with it, I guess.
So you said something. You said the positive thoughts, right? So in terms of like a positive mindset, like, what are you dealing with? Some of the positive thoughts, some of the positive emotions that you're dealing with. Then we'll divvy down into the negative ones that you're kind of going through, you know. But like, what are some things that you're enjoying at the moment besides work and school? Like, when you're indulging in those activities, when you're at work, or when you're not school, basketball, when you're participating in your school league, like, what type of emotions do you feel? Like, what's going through your head, like, from like a mental space?
It's just really like an escape from reality in a way. You know, for basketball, I know when I'm on that court, it's just
you and the ball.
Yeah, it's just me, the ball, and just having fun. Really, that's what I enjoy doing.
Right.
And you know, even filming this podcast, you know, I look forward to it every week. I'm really just looking forward to not even, you know, putting out content for you guys, but it's mostly just like
a venting thing.
Not even a venting thing, bro. It's just to spend time with you, really, to be honest. You, your brother.
I feel like, that.
That's really just the way that I look at it. And yeah, it's just kind of like an escape from reality, I guess.
I feel that, man. I feel that. You said something about escape of reality. And that is something that I've actually been currently dealing with. And as you guys know, I don't really have a job at this point. So my time is very open. And I've been trying to fill my time with stuff that I enjoy, right? But I guess for me personally, that escape of reality is putting my energy towards like figuring out ways with this podcast, right?
Yeah.
Trying to be like raw, trying to be genuine, right? Another
Yeah.
escape of reality for me is like going and doing something physical, right? Whether that's running, lifting weights, or whatever it may be,
Yeah.
right? Escaping the reality of what currently is, right? I'm done with school, right? I can't focus on school right now, right? I can't focus on my work because I don't have a job at the
Yeah,
moment, right?
yeah.
So it's like, what do? You know, you start
Yeah.
bottling up these emotions, you start bottling up these thoughts, and my foundation for these things is strong. But recently, I've been seeing it kind of, you know, like couple of these thoughts, couple of these emotions are kind of seeping through the cracks, you know, and it's very human, to go through that, right? I was actually dealing with this because in my friend circle, and I guess like for Ozam, my brother, at least these two, right, and some of my cousins too, I'm like kind of the rock. I usually keep like a solid face, right? Obviously for you, my brother, and then like some of our other cousins as well, right? It's like with me, you can come to me for anything.
Yeah.
Right? I will never tell you that, you know, like it's cool, you know, whatever. Like I always have a positive face on, right? And I'm just like that shoulder that people lean on.
Yeah.
Right? But me as a human, right? If you kind of take away other people and when they come towards me, I'm dealing with my own stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm human.
You don't
I'm,
really
you know,
go to anyone. Like,
right. I deal with it on my own.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because this is something that's been depicted within me since a very young age to be solid, you know, be the rock, you know, you're a man, nothing should phase you, right? It's in our culture that, you know, mard koi ghar chalana hai, mard koi ye karna hai, you know? And I feel like the men that, like our parents' generation, you know, they don't feel anything.
Yeah.
You know, they're just ATMs and they're built that way.
Yeah.
You know, our generation is a little bit different, right? At first I had this mentality of like, you know, kind of just being the rock, you know, don't let anything face you. Life is gonna throw you down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I realized at one point that I'm human.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever you guys believe in, whether that's God or a higher being or whatever it may be, you have these emotions.
Yeah.
You know, our society has depicted men to not feel anything, to be strong, you know, allow the woman to feel something, right? That's her job, to be emotional. I think that's all garbage. You're human. You have emotions. You know, do you not get sad? Do you not get mad? Do you not get angry? What are those called? Those are emotions. Those are feelings. I personally believe that when you're going through life, you should be able to feel those emotions. Feel them, right? But also have a way to kind of get over those emotions, right? Vent it out. Have those thoughts, right? But don't let them make the next couple chapters of your life. You know, have those thoughts and figure out a way to move on from those thoughts. And it's not as easy as that. It's not. It's easier said than done, right? A lot of people are stuck on the same chapter within their lives, right? And they can't seem to move on to the next, right? For example, right? You're saying that you're kind of stuck in school, your car accident, and all the family issues and all that stuff, that whatever's going on, right? Ye bahut aam cheezein hain. Like this is very normal, right? Like some of the elements that you're mentioning, a lot of people go through this plus more. You're not alone in this. You know what I mean? I'm going through it, right? I have my own mental struggles that we can definitely get into, right? To the world, I'm this individual that, you know, Jazzy's always happy. He's always secure.
This camera, we're just two happy people, but
Right.
deep down we actually
We're-
go through
it's real stuff,
It's
you
just,
know?
we're humans at the end of the day, and that's how you should treat everyone, really.
So,
You know,
sorry,
people,
I kind of went on a rant.
no, you're good. I was just listening to what you were saying, but at the end of the day, you know, treat people with respect, bro. You never know what they're going through. Like, there's a bunch of like, what's it called, waiters and stuff that get treated horribly and stuff, bro. Like, treat them with respect. There's still people, you know, that's their way of making a living, you know. And so, really,
Definitely, treat them with respect, because you don't know the emotions that they feel when they go home. Right? Like some people, like for example, like I know, like our dad's generations had like a very difficult time leaving work at work. Right? They tend to bring work home. Right? It's a very common thing. Right? I want to kind of have the thing where I leave my work at work and just be home and be a father, be a husband, be a brother, whatever different roles that I'm playing in life, right? Just like example for you, right? You're a brother, right? You're a son. You're also a student. You're also trying to do stuff with your life. You play all these different roles in your life, right? And to balance them out sometimes gets very hectic. Right? I do it. Right? But again, it's placing stuff in your day that allows you to escape,
Yeah.
allows you to have your own time. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about, holy, 9:30 p.m.?
Bro, we gotta put a yawn counter on this one.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think there's like 6.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about I forgot my question. How do you I literally forgot my question because you were yawning. I seriously forgot it. I think I was going to ask you a question in regards to like what do you no, I asked you this question. What do you place in your life to kind of escape reality? I asked you this. Did I not? Yeah, I did. I did. I think I did ask you this question. But whoa, yawn, half a yawn? What's going on? So the question that I had to ask you was you deal with a lot, right? And you have some things in place to escape reality,
Yeah.
right? But when reality really does hit you, how do you deal with it? What do you do?
I don't know. I don't know what I do to escape reality.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
No. So at one point,
Sorry, I kind of got a little distracted, man.
sorry, it was. I've asked you this question, but it was a little bit deeper. So pretty much, the question was that you have stated the stuff that you say to escape reality, right? But what happens when reality really catches up to you? What mechanisms do you kind of use to escape it, or not escape it, to deal with it? Because you've already escaped it,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? You've escaped it through work and basketball.
Yeah.
But when it really catches up to you, what do? You can't just put on a VR and escape, right? So
Yeah.
like, what do you do?
Yeah, no, I just kind of think of it the way as like, you know, it's a test that God has given you.
Right.
And he just wants to see how you kind of like handle it. You know, he wants to see if you are one of his strengths, you know? And it's just, everything just happens for a reason, and you just got to kind of let it play out and see how the card plays, I guess.
Right.
So that's kind of the way that I look at it. And, you know, even though everything's kind of going bad in my life right now, you know, it's just a test. And after this test is over, then I learned a lot from it already. So,
Right.
you know, I'll be able to, you know, use that as we get older and move, like get married and move into our own place and stuff, you know? Like if this situation had happened like 10, 15 years from now, I would have no clue how to deal with it. But I'm glad it's happening right now, so I know how to deal with it later on in life too.
Right, 100%. And unfortunately, life is like a test that you can't study for, right? It's like,
You
as
can't
you
cheat
said,
on it either,
you can't
trust
you
me.
can't cheat on it,
It's
you
not
can't
COVID.
check it, you can't Quizlet it, you can't do anything with
Yeah,
it.
it's not COVID.
Yeah,
It's not COVID anymore.
you can't do it. So it's like life is just kind of like a test for you, right?
Yeah.
Like, in one thing that I would like to say is that himmat mat harna, which means in Urdu is like don't give up, right?
In English, that means
Or in English, yes. Like in English, that means like don't give up.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen so many people that have got caught up within their own minds, their own heads, their own thoughts, their own emotions, that they're living in 2022, right? But their minds are in like 2014, 2015, 2016, myself at times included.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go out, bro. Open all 4 of your windows. Play some Pursuit of Happiness by Kid. Whoa, that sounded really weird.
Kid Cudi?
Yeah, play some Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi, and just let your feelings just kind of let it go, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for some people, like going out and, you know, rolling down all 4 windows and blasting their favorite song, whether that's Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi.
That's mine and Yasser's.
Yeah,
100%, man.
that's how they deal with it.
Yeah.
Right? And within that moment that you're in the car alone and you're blasting this music, you're really able to feel those emotions.
Yeah.
Right? You're able to kind of deal with those thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? You're able to kind of realize what these emotions are doing to you. Because you know what happens sometimes, and this happens with me and you a lot, is that when I'm feeling a certain type of way, right, or you're feeling a certain type of way, we're able to mask what we're really feeling because we're together.
Yeah.
Right? It's truly like when you're alone is when you're able to really digest and like think about like, you know, damn, like, why am I still stuck here?
Yeah.
You know, like, why am I still feeling this stuff?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a firm believer in order to have yourself grow, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, whether it, or maybe not financially, but
So doesn't have a job.
yeah, I don't have a job, so I'm not growing financially at all. But it's like you gotta put a little bit of pressure on yourself, right?
Sure.
I think nowadays, right, where pressure and mental health are such a big topic, right, in our community or in our generation, it's such a big topic, right?
Yeah.
Mental health, all this,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, even at school now, there's 3 mental
Right,
health days. So,
right. That's what I'm saying. It's like in your day and age, it's something that's so like it's so important. In my day and age, right? Well, I'm only a couple years older than you, but the agenda of mental health was not as big during my day, right? I was raised as someone that's like, pressure low, like take pressure, because you can't, honestly, like, I'm just going to say it flat out, like, you can't succeed in life without taking some type of pressure.
You can't avoid it.
You can't avoid it. You're going to have...
It's going to be there.
Right. You're going to have pressure from either school, family, work. In order to grow, you got to have pressure. And with that is going to come negative thoughts, positive thoughts, negative emotions, positive emotions. But that's just life.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to grow if you don't put pressure on yourself? Yes, I agree that put the amount of pressure where you can take it and you know how to mitigate the excess pressure that comes on, right? By doing things that you love or taking time for yourself. Yeah. But you cannot necessarily just avoid the overall concept of pressure because you're never going to grow. You're going to stay stagnant, right? And if you grow, yes, you will for a time being have those negative thoughts those positive thoughts, right? But then negative thoughts will come again because you'll be under pressure, right? And if you don't grow, or if you just decide to not take any pressure, then you think that you're going to avoid these thoughts, these negative emotions? You're not, because you see your peers growing, you see who you're growing, right? Or you're growing as, and you're not, or the individual that we're looking at, whether that's me, I forgot my example, it's like they're not growing. They're going to start feeling like stuff. I think that, how do you feel about social media and like how people kind of like portray their successes on like social media and like all that jazz? Like we touched base on this. It doesn't allow the individual to grow and stuff, right?
Yeah, we kind of touched base on this. I don't know what episode that was, but we already talked kind of about like everything we're talking about this podcast. We've kind of already hit on in like the last couple of episodes, but
yeah, life's not all that bad. So
it's not all bad. Yeah. But again, with social media, people posting their success, it really gets to your head. And you see how, people out there are being successful and you just want to keep on working. Like, I know for me, on my TikTok For You page, drop shipping has been a big thing. And I see all these, like, 18-year-olds driving Lambos and doing all that other stuff. And it's like, why, if they can do it, why can't I, But I got to take a step back and realize that, maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe, I got to work for what I want. And maybe they just had a different way of looking at how to make money.
Right.
And so like posting your success to social media is good to motivate people, but not to an extent where you like brag about it.
Right.
Like keep it to an extent where you're making moolah and stuff, but like you don't gotta like show it out that much where you're like, oh, do this, do that,
Right. The thing is that those people have reached the ultimate status in their minds.
Yeah.
Right. Now with those people, what happens is that either they're very quickly humbled, right, or they catch the evil eye. I'm a very firm believer in evil eye as well. And the thing is that those individuals have been humbled, right? My brother mentioned it in the last podcast, right, about like some basketball player or like Shia LaBeouf, right? Yeah. The thing is that, again, tread the earth humbly. Yeah. Right? 100%. Because the thing is that you don't know when something that you've been given is going to be taken away from you, right? Yeah. And to provide kind of like another perspective on what Uzam was saying is that social media, I think it's a great motivator, but it depends on how you perceive it, right? Yeah. Like I hop on LinkedIn, right, all the time.
Do you think LinkedIn's a social media? I don't think
it is. A lot.
I don't think it is. Bro.
Social media in terms...
I've had it for 2 weeks. I'm not addicted to that yet.
It's not social media the way you think about social media. It's social media, it's a network.
Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok.
Yeah, it's a network. Definitely. It's a network. But every time I hop on social or LinkedIn, I see a couple different things. Either I see big companies laying off, right? Or I see people getting promoted.
Is that not boring to you? I'm already bored. You said LinkedIn? Companies laying off and I got bored.
The thing is that LinkedIn is not one of those things where it's like you see like fun stuff on it. It's kind of like a little bit of a serious mahal. It's a serious environment.
That's boring. That's why I don't use it. Unless I need a job.
Yeah, you use it for professional reasons. You're going to start using it within the next year. In next year's episode, I'm going to ask you the same question. How's your LinkedIn use? Easy apply. Chicago filters. They're everywhere. Like, trust me, I'm going through that grind. But do you want to interrupt me one more time before I get into my example? Okay. So pretty much what I was trying to say is that let me grab my phone. So this is my phone, right? I'm just going to check my notifications, right, Craig? Right? Now, let's say that on my screen, I see someone that has gotten a job promotion, okay? And I am perceiving that as something that's good for them, right? But when you don't have a job, which I don't.
Yeah, don't
You're
point at me. I have a job.
no, alhamdulillah, you have a job, right? But I don't. I should be perceiving it as like, dang, like this sucks. You know, like mere andar kya kami hai? Like what do I not have enough of where I am kind of in this position, right? I have a degree, right? I got a couple years of experience, whatever it may be, right? I think, Wazam, that when you see like something that someone else is being blessed with, you should be happy for them, right? Because the way I perceive it is what's gonna happen next, right? The way I perceive it, that's gonna develop my thoughts. That's gonna develop my emotions. If I perceive that negatively, I'm gonna have negative emotions and negative thoughts. But if I perceive it as something that's positive, like alhamdulillah, like good for them, I'm gonna have positive thoughts in my own mind, reassurance that, you know, like Allah has a plan, like God has a plan, right? And I will feel that contentment within my life, right? Because nowadays, life is weird right now. You know, I'm graduated. I had a job before I graduated, and all up until now. You know, I don't have a job. I've been applying. I've been putting in my effort. You don't think that takes a stress on my my mental, my thoughts, my emotions? Hell yeah, it does. You know? Lekin, I'm dealing with it. I'm venting it out. I have stuff in place, this podcast, the gym, whatever it may be, to kind of get these things out. You know? Like, agar main sab kuch apne dimag mein rakhunga, right? If I leave everything in my head, right, and not vent it out, I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna explode. You know? You're a human, right?
You're like a big balloon.
I do look like a big balloon.
You're just gonna pop.
I just gotta pop it. You know? It's like a gender reveal type situation, you know? But it's like, you know, if you like don't do these things and kind of vent out to someone, then you're not human. You know, if you're having feelings, right? If you don't have feelings and you don't feel, right, and you don't think, I wouldn't classify you as a human. You're something higher than that. You're something higher than that. And no one on this earth that is walking is something higher. Only the higher one is higher. So it's okay to be human, whether you're a male, rest in peace, take off. Whether you're a male,
Jesus Christ,
female.
bro. I was about to say highest in the room.
Highest in the room? Yeah. Who is the highest in the room?
Travis Scott.
Yo, go watch that podcast right there, the highest in the room. But it's just life, was on.
It is just life, man. You gotta fight through it.
Gotta fight through
with it.
Other than that, what are some of the other stuff that you're going through? What else is going on in your life? Because I've been blabbering, bro. I feel like I'm just like I just feel like I'm giving a khutbah. Like, what's going on with your life? What's going on?
Nothing, bro. I'm just wondering why you send so many text messages about reflect at 9 a.m. This dude either texts at 3 a.m. or 9 a.m.
That's
either
facts.
or.
That's facts.
And then he doesn't respond for the whole day, and I'm just
That's
assuming he's applying for jobs.
Yeah, it's been a grind, bro. Like, applying for jobs is stressful. Every time I open LinkedIn, meri tabiyat na matli hone lagti hai. Like, I start feeling nauseous. Like, I'm like, oh, like, easy apply again. Like, applying for this.
Bro, you know what I do? I wake up at 6 a.m. right for school. I sit on the side of my bed, and I'm like, do I really want to do this today?
Yeah. You know, that's another thing. School. We can talk about that.
School is a pain, bro.
Not even school. Okay, like, yeah, we can talk about school. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Anyways, yeah. So, you know, I wake up at like 6 a.m., bro. I just sit on the side of my bed. I'm like, do I really want to go to school today? But I realize in the future that I'm gonna need school and education, and I feel like I sound like an adult, but it is what it is. I'm 18.
I disagree.
Okay, well, go ahead and disagree.
He's correct. I agree to the extent of where he needs to go to school, he needs to go to college, and he needs to find
I disagree.
a job.
I disagree with that. You don't need to go to college.
With that. Why? I think we both made a point that we're gonna agree with on the end.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, because I disagree with that, because you don't need to go to college. There's trades out there you can do. You can be an engineer, or what the hell is it called? A plumber, a freaking
electrician.
Yeah, dude, it's a hard word for me. But yeah, like, you don't really gotta go to college for that. And with today's day and age, bro, blow up on social media. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean,
why are you laughing? What's
the reason why is because you couldn't pronounce electrician.
Okay, you look like Green Goblin right now. You Christmas tree. Shut up. Anyways, yeah. So you don't really. I mean, go through high school, finish it out, but like, go to college if you want to. I don't really want to go. I'm kidding. I do want to go. You know, get degrees.
So, to kind of add to your point, right? Because I'm low key, I am just thinking about this because I went to college, right? You're on the end of where you're starting your college journey.
But did you
inshallah.
really go to college, bro? You went for like 2 years.
No, I went for 4 years.
Yeah, but 2 of them were online, so basically at home.
Yeah, but I still got my degree. Kya matlab? I still got my degree. I mean, we all know how I got it, but like I still got it though. You know what I mean? I grinded. I worked hard. You know, mehnat kari thi.
Yeah.
So
You put a lot of work in for your degree.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. We're not gonna translate this part.
We're not.
We're not gonna translate it. ले तुमने तो बहुत मेहनत करी है अपनी degree के लिए ना
Yeah.
हासिल करने के लिए.
Yeah.
To all the people that speak Urdu out there, y'all will get it. But anyway, khair. I was gonna say that you're kind of on the starting end of it, right? You're going to college. You're gonna get your degree, right? I'm on this end of it. I've already
Yeah.
gotten my degree,
Yeah.
right? Now, if someone were to ask me, do I think college is necessary? Yes, 100%. I think it is necessary as a safety net,
Yeah.
correct? Because it's always good to have your degree. Agar zindagi mein kuch hoya nahi, right? If you don't have a path in life, you can always go back to corporate, right? And
Yeah.
work for corporate.
Yeah.
But do I agree that there's money in corporate? Yeah, to a certain degree. But you always got to keep in mind that you're a part of making someone else's dream come true,
Yeah.
right? You're not going to be making big money in
Yeah.
corporate America,
Yeah.
right? Think about it this way. The highest paying profession in America, what? Doctors,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Every brown parent's dream.
Dream is to have a doctor in the house.
Doctor, lawyer, engineer.
Right.
You
Anything.
win it all, but if you're on social media, you're a disgrace to the human race.
Unless you succeed, right? Even with this podcast, right? I think I mentioned earlier in this podcast that it's like, why are you wasting your time? Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
But once we start taking off and once we start, like,
Pulling up to parties in our Lambos and parents, inshallah.
then it's like, oh, what did you do? Why?
Well, guess what? We sat in Uzam's basement for 2 hours, 9 p.m. on a Tuesday night, filming a podcast. But hey, look at us.
It's
10 years from now.
consistency. It's consistency, and inshallah, we'll get to a point one day where people are going to be asking us, like, what did you do to do this?
Yeah.
How did you come here?
Yeah.
Right? And at that point, instead of saying, our parents are going to be like, instead of saying, like, why are you doing this? They're going to be like, my beta, like, he does this,
Yeah.
and he succeeded at it,
Yeah.
and he's doing well. I feel like that's so toxic in our culture that until you don't have something that's tangible to prove your worth,
Yeah.
you're completely unworthy.
Yeah, and we can take I don't know if you guys know this, but he's a pretty famous TikToker from Chicago. His name is Reza Khan. They have a TikTok page named Reza and Pooja. Everyone clowned their dad or Reza's dad for, having Reza drop out of college. I think it was. I'm not 100% certain on this, but I know he's really big on social media, and his dad got hate for it. But look at him now, dude. He just had his first kid.
Alhamdulillah, he's doing well.
Yeah, he retired his parents, and he's just chilling now. So, I mean, school's the way to go. If you want to make money, quick money from corporate and stuff, like Jazzy said. But there's many more ways to make money out there now, bro.
All the people that are at a status of control, right? Elon Musk tweets something about Twitter, shares drop,
Yeah.
right? Or whatever, they increase. I don't know if they dropped or increased, right?
Yeah.
He didn't go to school.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name? Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
He didn't go to school.
Mark Zuckerberg. He
Mark
dropped
Zuckerberg.
out.
Right.
Dropped out from
Right.
Harvard.
Right? But don't you think that these individuals that are at such a high place, you don't think that they had to deal with negative emotions, negative thoughts,
Oh,
negative
dude.
stuff being thrown at
Yeah.
them? 100%.
Yeah.
But they did it. They took it, they put it in a box, and they continued going on. They continued moving forward, and then they persevered.
Yeah.
So I feel like
But
we're
do
just kind of repeating ourselves now, but I'm just trying to provide an example to
you
everyone
think-
that's out there.
Do you think college is a waste of time though?
I
Because
don't-
do you think
no.
you can make? Okay, let's say you spent 4 years in college, right?
Right.
Do you think you can take 4 of those years learning a new thing like drop shipping or any of those other bigger things? I'm trying to think, bro. Drop shipping is one of them. Starting your own business, stuff like that. Do you think you can use those 4 years that you waste in college? Not waste, but spend in college. Do you think you can use those 4 years and use them somewhere else?
You could. You definitely could.
But it's a risk.
It's a risk. And the thing is that you're taking a very, very high risk without having a backup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For example, when everyone switches their phone, they have an iCloud backup, right?
Yeah.
You don't just switch to a new phone without having a backup of your old stuff, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, the word backup there is being used in a different context, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that take a risk. लेकिन पहले कुछ हाथ में हो.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm trying
you're
to say?
saying, yeah, you're saying like go to college first, get your degree, and then take the risk. Like
Exactly.
you kind
Have
of
a
right
backup. Something you can rely
Yeah.
back on. Right? I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm all about investing in a business, starting in a business, doing
now. I mean,
something.
we're kind of doing it right now.
We kind of are. You know, but it's like doing something that you're passionate about.
Something
where
that you enjoy.
Because here's the thing. If you enjoy it, it's not work.
Yeah.
And if you enjoy it, you'll chase it.
Yeah.
And when you chase something that you love, the money will come.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're just stuck in a 9 to 5,
Yeah, as long as you're not thinking about the money that comes with it and you're thinking about what you do because you like to do it or love to do it, that's when it doesn't feel like a job.
but this all goes back to the point of the mind. You got to train your thoughts to think that way. You got
Yeah.
to train your emotions to feel that way.
Yeah,
because on the receiving end, don't do it. What are you doing? That's going to
Yeah.
make you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
But you got to know how to filter that. It's kind of like a coffee thing in the morning. If you guys make coffee with like beans or whatever, right? You kind of like filter it through the coffee filter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At times in life, you're going to encounter people where they're going to be throwing negative stuff at you. They're going to be throwing negative thoughts, negative emotions. But you got to kind of filter that out and know what your goal is and where you want to be and kind of get there.
Yeah.
Right? These thoughts, going back to the topic, because we kind of just went off, but going back to the topic, how you decide to feel as a person and the thoughts that you develop, the emotions that you develop, start right here.
Yeah.
Right? And how you let them get into your mind and how you want to hear them and how you want to see them.
Yeah.
If you perceive them negatively, you'll just keep sinking and sinking and sinking.
Yeah.
Right? But if you just perceive them positively, you'll just keep on swimming, keep on
Yeah.
swimming, keep on
Holy
swimming.
Nemo.
Dory.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I just think that's what's going on.
Yeah, you just gotta deal with stuff and see how your body reacts to it. Try to like what's it called? Train your mind to like fight it, basically.
100%. I think that you got to train your mind to fight it, yes, and you got to see how your body reacts to it as well.
Yeah.
Right? If there's something that is very stressful for you, right, and you see yourself getting in like negative emotions,
Yeah.
negative thoughts,
Yeah.
tune something.
Yeah.
Maybe add time for something that you really enjoy, right? But at times, unfortunately, life is so difficult
Yeah.
that it just keeps throwing stuff at you and you have no choice but to keep moving on. But again, just keep in mind that this chapter isn't forever. It's only going to exist how long you want it to exist and how long you would want to move on to the next chapter, right? If you want to be stuck in chapter 1 for the rest of your life, you'll be stuck in chapter 1. But if you want to take control of your life, your thoughts, your emotions, your surroundings, and how you're perceiving everything, I think then only will you be able to move on to the second chapter of your life,
Yeah.
right? And then the third, and then the fourth, and then it skyrocket from there,
Yeah.
right? I think it's okay to
Yeah.
feel emotions.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to have these thoughts,
Yeah, and don't bottle them up. Let 'em out.
irregardless of gender,
Yeah.
you know?
'Cause
Don't be
we-
afraid to vent it out.
Yeah, we were just raised to like hold it in and be a man and stuff, but it's all just bull.
Yeah.
Can't say the second word of that, but it's all just bull.
Yeah, 100%. It's all bull. Because the thing is that, bro, like, if you look at our fathers and the generations within, like, you know, our fathers' generations, right?
Mhm.
Those guys are the rocks of their house,
Mhm.
right? They have everything. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But if you look at them, they're tired. They're burnt out.
Yeah.
They get irritated easily. They get agitated easily. You know, they have negative thoughts. They're always negative. They have emotions that are like, you know, I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know, reason why is because they didn't place stuff within their lives to
See how to handle different things.
right, see how to handle different things. They didn't place those things in their lives that they enjoy in order for them to get there. They were just machines, right? And for those of you watching at home, of course, like my father was also similar to this, right? I'm very grateful for what he did, right? And sometimes at that point when you're a family and you have a wife and kids, you got to also take on the bullets as a man to kind of move on, right? But I agree with that to a very certain degree. I agree with that. But I also agree the woman can help out. But just in terms of a man, right? You don't have to deal, you may have to deal with the work alone. You don't have to deal with the emotions alone, right?
Yeah.
Because then you start taking it out on other people. And that damages other sectors of your life.
That damages your family, dude.
And money isn't everything.
Yeah.
You have to have a balance, right?
Yeah.
Like the way I want to grow up, right? Or sorry, I'm kind of already grown up, right?
Yeah.
But it's like the way I
I mean,
kind of...
barely, bro.
I mean, bro, 24, man. I'm getting there.
You're not even a quarter of your way.
Inshallah, in a
quarter-
month, bro.
quarter-
In a month.
Yeah.
in a
Quarter
month.
mile at the time.
Yeah. But it's like the way I want to raise my family inshallah, like when I get married, have kids, is that I want to also be solid for them,
Yeah.
right? I'm gonna have to make sacrifices within my own life to make sure my kids get a meaningful life,
Yeah.
right? Have a good quality life. Lekin I will place time in my own life, even with my kids and wife, for myself to do something that I enjoy, so I'm not burnt out. I'm not like 40, 45, 46, like crabby and just like shallow with my life, that I didn't do anything that I wanted. I worked all this hard, got married, had kids. You know, inshallah, like my kids, my family will be my happiness. But I gotta have my own happiness too, that I want to bring
If
to
you
the
guys were wondering
table.
what his happiness is, it's going on his bike.
Yeah, I love that. That is one of my
That is
escapes
happiness.
of reality. I
What
love
is
it.
my
I'm
happiness?
free.
My happiness is working on cars
Yeah,
and building my car.
yeah, and crashing them. So
Alright, guys. The bed is calling my name. I'm just gonna go to sleep. That was emotional damage.
emotional damage.
But anyways, man. That was kind of that really hurt my heart.
It's okay, bro. You got four hisse of the heart for a reason.
Yeah. And
I have 4 too.
that's it.
So anyway, yeah, I mean that was a pretty good, just a general flow of topic. We kind of just touched base on a couple different things.
Yeah, comment down below how we did it with no
No laptops, just kind of going off the dome.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to,
outline.
and if you guys want to see more of this type of content, let us know.
Maybe even just like daily check-ins, you know.
Yeah.
A lot happens in a week now.
Yeah, 100%.
For me, apparently.
Yeah, 100%.
So-
This was super raw, super uncut. And this was just like straight from the dome. So like, let us know.
I don't know about uncut. There's gonna be some.
There's
cuts.
gonna be cuts in there. Yeah, sorry, uncut.
because-
Uncut meaning in process, like
Yeah,
in terms of like
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? But let us know how you guys feel about this type of content. If you guys want something a little bit more structured, a little bit more guided, let us know. We've been doing it that way, but we just kind of wanted to try something new here and see how it would be, kind of just going off the dome. So let us know.
And comment down below how many times you saw me yawn. I think it was like 14, bro. What the
Yeah.
hell was that laugh? Comment down below how many times you saw me yawn. I think we're gonna have a yawn counter in the
Yeah,
right.
100%,
So.
man. But the thing is that Ozan, you stayed consistent with it. You could have just been like, we're filming another day, but you stayed consistent and you filmed, irregardless of your mind, which is commendable. I appreciate that. So, yeah. All right. I think
All right,
that's...
guys. That concludes today's episode 7. Just so you guys know, we have one last episode of season 1, which is coming out next week. And after that, we get into season 2. So that one's gonna be a blast. Make sure you guys stick around, subscribe, like and comment, share, and we'll see you guys next Sunday. Yeah, we'll see you guys next Sunday. Just make sure you keep watching, reflecting, and growing.
Take care, guys.